Want to go? So he took him up and showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. So there's this kind of worship that would have given money. There's this kind of worship that would have provided wealth. If you would want me to say it like that. There's this kind of worship that would have produced wealth. If you notice, Jesus didn't argue. So if you bow down and worship me, all this glory has been given unto me. And whoever I choose, I'll give it to. So this morning, I'm speaking about money ritual. In case you are contemplating how to do money ritual, you are in the right place. You are in the right place. In as much as we deny that we don't love money, and money is saying, you know I love you and you love me. You say, no, I don't love money. Then I wonder why you're waking up on Monday and you're rushing to work. So, there's this kind of worship. I actually learned this from a bigger prophet, a mentor, a voice. So, there's this kind of worship that brings money. It's either you worship it to God or to the devil. But you see, Jesus didn't dispute that. If I worship you, I'll not get the money. He never disputed that. He never disputed that. Instead, he said, we would only worship the Lord our God. Right? And him alone. So, meaning of a truth, there's this kind of worship that one would have and it will produce money. Have you ever wondered why? So if I'm talking about worship now and I say there's this kind of worship, some of you have done it all. So you've worshipped God with all your might and all your strength and all your power. And when the latecomers come, you even volunteer your share for them to sit down. It's just you. Why are you not getting it? Why would somebody just go and do ritual and the person happens to be richer than the person that goes the legit way? But I've never seen a ritualist that is as rich as Bishop David Oyedepo. Idols can't produce that kind of money. Okay, let's continue. So many of you have seen some of these groups that people join and they end up having money in excess. There's always money around them. Everything that comes to them is money. And you know that this is not clean. This is not clean. How do they do it? So if I say it's worship that brings about that, then what kind of worship do they do that produce such amount of money? You see them lavish it. Most times, their brain cannot be put to test like yours. You know it all. You're intelligent. They are not. But they have the money and you're working for them. So, what kind of worship do ritualists do that gives them such kind of money? Some of these people have money. Some of them have money. I'm not saying the one of nowadays. In those days when you hear about ritualists, the first thing you know about them is money, fame, and power. So, let me first of all teach you how to do ritual or how it is done. I told you are in the right place, right? Good. How is it done? You must understand that man is tripartite. Man is tripartite. The spirit, the soul, and the body. The spirit, the soul, and the body. So we are tripartite. We comprise of the spirit. We are spirit. We have a soul. We live in a body. We are spirit. We have a soul. We live in a body. And between the spirit and the soul, there's a space. I don't know. Please don't miss me. If you miss me, you'll find it hard to understand money ritual. Between the spirit and the soul, there's a space. And this space is bigger than you think. So we all are spirit because we all are from God. We have a soul and we live where? In a body. That's why the moment I die, because if I say you die now, you say God forbid. The moment I die, what happened? My spirit lives. My soul also lives. My body remains because the body is just a house. In fact, if you understand the logic of the body, you would not even value this body too much. It's a house. So when you are sick, the house is cracked. When you are sick, the house is cracked. It's just a house. It's not the real thing. So we are spirit, we have a soul, and we live in the body. So the spirit and the soul goes. Then the spirit goes to God, the owner of it. Then the soul is the one that is judged. No spirit is judged. It is the soul that is judged. No spirit of a man is judged. Because God judging spirit is God judging himself. So spirit goes back to God, the owner of it. Then the soul is being judged. That's why the Bible says, all soul that sin shall what? Shall die. Not all spirits that sin. All soul that sin shall die. So man comprised of these three. So when we say a man is unstable, most times we are talking about a man that the spirit, the soul, and the body cannot align and face one place. So one part of the spirit is saying go right, the other one is saying go left. That's why if you check Genesis 49, when he was speaking about Reuben, he said you will be unsuccessful. Why? Because this guy cannot focus. He's here, he's there, he's here. And he said, an unfocused person, the Bible was speaking, and he said, an unfocused person, an unsettled mind will not prosper. Where your spirit, your soul, and your body navigate towards the same place. Do you know why sometimes you have some things to do, you can't even do it? Why? Very simple. So one part of yourself is like this, one part of yourself is like this, one part of yourself is like this. Then by the time you are just in the middle there, lonely. So when we say a man is a spiritual man, that means the man is filled with the spirit, meaning the direction of the spirit. And when we say the man is a carnal man, that means the man is filled with the direction of what? The flesh. He does what the flesh wants. And the soul is in the middle, like a transformer between the spirit and what? In fact, the soul, the soul comprised of the will, the mind, and the emotion. The soul comprised of the will, the mind, and the emotion. So Hebrews 4 was speaking, Hebrews 4:12. He said the word of God is sharper. The word of God is sharper than a double-edged sword. And he said it can put asunder, dividing spirit from soul, from bone, marrow. It can, that's the word of God. So that division, remember, is the word of God that can divide. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul, spirit, and of the joints and of the marrow, and it's a discerner of the thoughts and intent of the heart. So the word of God can enter inside the heart. So some of you think it's just the word of God, even your word too. Has someone ever said something to you and your heart began to feel heavy? Has it happened to you? Like you begin to control yourself, like you are so angry your heart is heavy, but nothing entered. It's not as if the person stabbed you, but you're there feeling pain, but you can't really explain. And the person may even say, is it this little thing I say? It's little to the person, but it's not little to you. And you went home. So when you want to do money ritual, this is what happened to you. You get there, usually there's somebody that will say, well, I'll show you the way. Come, let's go. Or you look for the way by yourself. Like you are here now in Elroi. I said you are in the right place. Are you here? You went home. What really happened during morning ritual? I mean, if you are really interested in this, or should I just preach faith, hope, and love? What really happened during morning ritual is this. So the Sangoma, the herbalist, conjured the spirit, and the spirit would have to stay between the spirit and the soul. Conjure a certain spirit, and this spirit stays there. Now I'll show you something. When this spirit is being conjured, this is an already educated spirit. Now you must understand that this spirit already knows money. The spirit already has money. This is also the part that somebody that is possessed, where the spirit occupies also, where they can easily influence the soul. Because the soul is in charge of the will, the mind, and the emotion. So they stand there and influence the soul, then they back the spirit. Then how do you know that somebody is possessed? Most times they begin to give allegiance to things that will benefit mostly the flesh and not the spirit. Some of you don't even know that as you are seated there, you are fighting war. How many of you have ever thought that, okay, from a Monday, I'm going to fast? And as you wake up, my God, my God, even you know that in the next 30 minutes, if you don't eat, you die. Someone came to work in my house one time, and any little minute you say, Oga, meaning my stomach has gone my back. So I was wondering, like, I don't understand. Before you see he's complaining again. So you say you want to fast. You think it's normal. So you spent like 3 weeks preparing for 3 days. And when you get to the 3 days, the first 12 hours into it, you are about to die. What do you think happened? It means your body has navigated so much with listening to not the spirit but the soulish realm. Mostly when you always concur. Go the right way. No. Go the left way. Yes. If the left way is always yes, yes, yes for you, then there's something bigger than that. Bigger than what you think. So they get into this place where the Sangoma begin to tell them, okay, now we are going to bring you a spirit. Remember what I was saying? I said, the spirit is an already experienced spirit. The spirit is already experienced. Where does this spirit even come from? Let me teach you something. How many of you were here when I was teaching about origin of demon? I said demons are different from fallen angels. Most times we call the devil a demon. He's not a demon. The devil is not a demon. The devil is one of the fallen. And I don't know how, because it has Bible reference up and down. The devil is not a demon. The devil is just a fallen. Can I shock you? The era of the demon is different from the era of the fallen. In the time of Adam, it was just the fallen that were there. But after Noah, demons joined fallen. Do we understand now? So the demons work for the devil. Why? Because the enemy of my enemy is what? My friend. So if God will reject us and keep these ones, then we too, we are enemies of these ones. And the devil knows how to use them very well. If you notice, in the time of Adam, the devil was still running errand by himself. After Adam, there's no need to run the errand anymore. There are a lot of them that would do it. And why do they become demon? So the Bible said the sons of God came into the daughters of men and produced men of renown, giants of renown. And after then, they died. Do you think their soul just went like that? No. It was still left here. They can't go to heaven because, these were hybrid. These were like nonsense. Like, they don't make sense. So, some of these things, if you'd want to have, let's forget about that. Spirit school of yes. Because you can be reading these things and see those things. So, some of you, when we speak about angels, you are envisioning this pretty looking, oh my God, you have no idea. Have you seen the Ophanim? Have you seen the cherubim with 4 faces? Or you are envisioning this pretty. So imagine if those were to come into the daughters of men, what would they produce? So they produce mixture of whatever. Then, remember that the story was that they were teaching the daughters of men craft. So the daughters of men pass the craft to their children. That's why they are called the men of renown. They understand. They were even teaching them how to make weapons. How to make weapons. They were teaching them because then they had no such technology to do that. And these spirits are still roaming about. These spirits understand frequency. Some of you don't even know that you are. When we say don't listen to worldly song, some people think we are just trying to be holy. No. I remember when I just got born again, I was preaching it. I don't listen to what, but there were some songs that were too sweet to live. They were too sweet to live. I don't know if you don't want to pretend there, you agree with me. Why some of you are still struggling with them until they kill you. They are too sweet to live. And one day I was praying. See, if God open your eyes, you realize that the things that God wants us about is for our own good. I was praying. And then, I love all this Jamaican flow. I love blues. I love this Jamaican flow. Then, Ice Prince Zamani. That he came out then. I love him. And Jesse Jags and MI. I love them. I didn't even know I still know their names. I didn't even know. So there was this song that came out. And I love any song where you say bad man. I love it. There was this very one that he sang. Oh Lord, come see, bad man wanna put the devil over me. Inside me, man I empty. I love it. So I was born again, but I kept the song. I'm still talking about money ritual. You go blow, no worry. I hope you have your notes. After this session, go and blow. I'm telling you. After this, I'm cutting so for you now. This is how I built my house. Money ritual. I'm still teaching you about it. Calm down. You want money? Calm down. not quite unfortunate that we are teaching about money ritual and shares are empty. You don't like money in this church. So one day I was in this, when I'm praying, I'll keep those songs. When I finish the prayer, I'll go back to them. Some of you don't know the power of the frequency. The power of the frequency of what you're listening to. So one day I was in deep prayer. I was praying, I was fasting. An angel appeared in my room, took me by the hand and said, the Lord said I should show you some things. Took me, we got on something. Pa! I used to have those. I don't know, it's the grace of God. It's not my prayer. So, pa! We got to the place. And I said, is this heaven? He said, no. This is heavenly places. And he showed me somewhere. And began to call the names of the things I love. Then he got to one guy and he reversed. He said, do you know that bad man he used to like? I said, yes. He said, that's bad man. And I looked at it. If you type it on Google, it's another interpretation. And he said, this is bad man, holding people in chains. Then he said, you love it, right? I unlove it from that day. Some of you just listen to these songs. You don't know that these songs, there's this space between the spirit and the soul where these things occupy. How many of you have really been a bad boy? Like, let me talk about the male. You have really been a bad boy. And you understand the frequency of songs. You see sight and sound. Sight is affected with light. When you see a man put blue light in the room and you get there and he say, I can't wait to fly. I feel like I'm alive. Those rooms that there's no share, just one bed. All of a sudden, what is not your intention begin to fly through your mind. Are you here or you went home? Yes. Something has occupied somewhere inside of you. Then like I taught last Sunday, the thoughts that are not yours begin to come as see if they are yours. You see, those brothers, they'll not put those. Oh my God, my daughter's here. I need the year word. You see, they'll not put those blues. 90. How many hours will you spend there? Can you exhaust 90? They say it's my MP4. As you play one, finish, you play two. As you play two, you play three. Before you get to 5, you are in love. You think you are in love. You think you are loved also. Before you get to 7, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm telling you, these are frequencies in the realm of the spirit. These are frequencies in the realm of the spirit. Do you know it was some certain kind of song that brought about thug life? And a lot of young people lost their life. Until death, it is still hard for some brothers to know their waist. They'll still sag. You see, I witnessed the era of Tupac and Biggie. Yes, live life as a thug. I witnessed it. And I saw, to matter, then we used to wear fubu. Then you think sag, okay, langbodo tagba moko jeka omode poki joke. By the time we sag like this, I remember then my mother always used to spoil my steez. She would not buy me girl shoe. Some of you laughing here. When everybody's mother, for Christmas is buying them this big fubu, Yes, it was fubu. Or hotel. Or hotel. Or fubu. Like that. So I'll be expecting my fubu. My mother will just go and bring one coat and say, be growing you. How many of you have owned those coats before? Brothers, you've owned those coats where the shoulder is here. And you are explaining to your friends that we are gender. and the first to hail you is your mother. She will now arrange you. She just say, come and rub powder. She will hail you. My time, one time she bought me high heel. So she, we were not too poor, but we were poor. So she got to the market. She could not afford those ones that were only light. Those ones that when you mash, you'll be hearing sound. And so she bought me the one that it was looking like a cross between a male and a female. So she brought it, and it was very pretty. It was very pretty, brown. She polished it by herself. Christmas clothes was revealed night of, so that nothing can be done about the clothes. It's either you don't wear it. So in the morning I was going with my friends, and they say, Sinbo, no be girl shoe you wear so. I said, shut up, who tells you not get shoe? Now better cock shoe I wear. But in this era, in this time and era, You know, I know most of you can relate because that's how you grow. The funniest thing now is now you are sowing nonsense too for your children. No? So, in this very era, it was, you know, the time of Tupac, Biggie. Some of you think Snoop Dogg is a small guy. That guy was one of the Baba Isale of even Tupac and Biggie. He brought them into the game. You don't know this? You shouldn't know it. It's not even your business. You know, and all of them would sag and they were doing West Coast, East Coast. So they were shooting themselves. That's how a lot of people in West Coast and East Coast died. It was not just only Tupac and Biggie that died. A lot of the youth didn't cross 25. They died. What happened? A demon was introduced by sight and sound. And this demon stand in the middle of the spirit and the soul. Already experienced. So as you're growing up, you want to do what you see them doing. You want to see what... That's why environment you raise your children matters. So let me go back to money ritual now. So this demon is already experienced. In the process of calling this demon, this is what the Sangoma or the Babalawo does. He gives you some kind of ingredients, but none of those ingredients can work until you speak. Should I go deeper? He gives you an ingredient. Do you know? Oh, luckily for me, I was born and brought up in white garments. Are you aware that none of the Ishegun that is really Ishegun, that's if you see anyone, would ever walk until you speak? They will tell you also to pray. So at that moment, the Babalawo is asking you some questions. Some of you don't know this is biblical. Let me show you. Revelation 8. Revelation 8:3. Revelation 8:3. Nothing is given to you as a concussion. Prayer must be made with it. So he gives you the concussion. Then he asks you questions. And you say it. Okay, let's read together. Revelation 8:3. And an angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with prayers. So he was given much incense, but he must offer it with what? With prayer of the saints upon the... No matter... The incense is the concussion. How many of you know what incense are made of? You don't know? Are you aware that incense also are plants? Part of them. Plants. So no matter the plant, there must be prayer. So the Babalawo asks you, I say, or the Sangoma, are you sure you really want to do this? You say yes. Are you very, very sure your heart is made up to... You say yes. It's okay. Okay. Are you sure everything you want to give up? Can you kill for this? You say, I'm desperate. That's why they first of all threaten you with no going back. Then they ask, can you kill for this? You say yes. Can you do this? Yes. Can you do that? Yes. To you, you don't know that you are giving legality to a spirit. Because the spirit does not have legality to come inside of you. Then they give you those things. Then they can say, depending on how it is, they can say 21 days, or 10 days, or 9 days, or 40 days, or 100 days. They'll tell you be robbing this. Those days is for compatibility. It is not everybody those demons are compatible with. Do you know some people can meet all the requirements, they'll still run mad? Some will meet all the requirements and still die. So it's for compatibility. 21, 40, 19, some 7. They are trying to see if you're compatible with the demon. And as they are doing it. Let's say you now survive. Bam. You know what you get? You get a demon that is already rich. So that demon comes as a spirit, mutes your spirit, then begin to control your flesh. That's why those kind of money, they don't really use it for anything good. They use it for things that show off. They use it for things that show off. That show off. That show off. How many of you still want to do ritual? Okay, still hold on. Still hold on. I'll still ask you this question. Now, the difference between this worship and the one of God is that God does not need to introduce to you a new spirit that brings money. God will train your spirit. Blessed is the Lord my God that have trained my hands to wrestle and my fingers to war. So he trained his spirit that is already in you. This is why even when you sin, the money is there. This is why even when you are not standing right with him, the money is there. Why? Because he trains you. He trains you. And that process of training takes time. He works on your mind. He works on your pride. He works on your mentality. He works on you learning. That's when you want to learn. That, in fact, many of the parables in the Bible begin to apply to you. When the hair was a child, is in no way different from a slave. Some part of the work, he will make you look like a slave because he wants you to know how to treat others. So he's working on you. But this one, they give you already made spirit. Now, this is the difference between the two of them. This one now, the process of working on you take time. That's why somebody can go and do money ritual, and the next 3 months, the person is a multi-millionaire. And you are working hard. 2 years, you just know that you are growing. You just know that you are growing. Small. Now, the one that did the ritual, remember, it was a spirit that came. Now, you didn't listen to one part I said. I said you are not the one that has the money. It is the spirit that has the money. So the spirit attracts the money. The spirit attracts the fame. The spirit attracts the power. This is why the moment the spirit is cast out, what happened? Everything goes. Because it was not yours. That's why you ask them, how are you doing it? They can't even explain. They know they are as dumb as hell. They can't explain. Why? It's the spirit. So the right hand, you can write 10 applications, they will not answer you. The right one, they will answer them. Why? It is the spirit that drag it. Then they give some kind of laws. And they say, the day you see a pregnant woman with your eyes, that's the day the spirit goes. Now, you are avoiding everybody with big stomach. You don't know that the devil is crafty. He knows that there are people inside this place now that are 2 months pregnant. Then you are coming, you are just passing, and all of a sudden you just see that, this factory is burning, this one, there's this one, police is looking for you, this, that. If you see a ritualist that is going down, they broke a certain law. If you see a ritualist that is caught, one was caught in, I think, Enugu or something, they broke a certain law. So they tell you, okay, any day you walk in the sun, you see, when some of you want to bargain with the devil, I just laugh. When people put it on their status and they say, where do they do this blood money? I just laugh. You don't know who the devil is. He understands you. You see, that time you love so much to go out, that's where the law will surround. Say you like club, he said the day you go out from 6 to, so all through the day you can go out. Then one day, the devil by himself will stop you and hold up in Lagos. Guess what? He by himself is the one that will tell you that you must not sleep outside if it's not your house. And you must not walk in the night. Then they stop you and hold up in Lagos. Now you cannot sleep in the hotel that you can afford. And night must not catch you. Why? Because he begins to hunt. He begins to set those traps that will make you fail those things. But the gift of God, it brings peace. It brings peace. Some of you think your life is slow, and you want to, by all means, get into money ritual. Where the demon come, take over your life. Take over your life. Take over everything. Then begin to tell you what to do, what to eat. They say, don't eat this, eat that. Don't wear this, wear that. Are you here? You went home. Don't eat this, eat that. Don't wear this, wear that. God educates your spirit. When you're thinking of all those investments, it's God. He's educating your spirit. He makes you vast. He gives you the knowledge to learn. He's educating your spirit. So God is specially training you. He's training you. He's training you. He's training you. He's training you. Training your spirit. And anywhere you enter, you get to the point where he works on your character. He works on your mind. He works on how you relate to people. I know a man of God that God had to make him do 19 days dry fasting. No food, no water. That he was sneezing blood. And God told him that this one is not to give you power. This one is to make you feel how sick people feel. That means he didn't have the human feeling of sick people before. So God is working on you. And guess what? Before God spoke, if God spoke to you from day one, say you just break. He allowed him. He was in the hospital, sneezing blood, and was about to die. Then God spoke. Then God said, I allow you to do this 19 days dry fasting. No food, no water. So that you will feel how sick people feel. So every time he's walking past, I think he's doing a program, Jehovah the Doctor. Anytime he's walking past the sick, he'll look at them. He will remember how he felt when he was sneezing blood. That's how God deals with a man. Sometimes, some of the dealing you see, and you see as punishment, this is God dealing with you. Working on you, pressing you, expanding you. Some of you love to sleep. He take the sleep away from you. Some of you love miracle money so much. The day you invite somebody and we are declaring miracle money, the person you invite get the money in dollars. You, and you are wondering, somebody asked one time, he said, is my God China made in China? Why is everybody testifying? I'm not testifying. There's something is working on. There's something is working on. It may look slow, but it's sure. There's something is working on. You can't meet up. There's nobody that has meet up. There's nobody that has meet up the demands of the devil. There's nobody. There's nobody that can meet it up. How do you know who is pregnant here and who is not? And he said, don't see a pregnant woman. He said, don't touch anybody that touch okra. There are some people, the reason why they are in church late, they ate okra. And they say, go and meet a neighbor and say, you're welcome to church. You gave that one a high five. The demon left. Don't wear so color. Enter your house like this. The house you build, always sleep on the floor. So they are sleeping on the floor, they are sleeping on the floor, they are sleeping on the floor. He knows what he's doing. One day they are high, leave me. So the friends brought him and put him on the bed. Bam. Then you wake up in the morning and you see yourself on your own bed. Though. You see yourself on your own. You know, I don't enter. I don't know why as a young man, as a young woman, you are carried away by somebody that has money that he's not even the owner, he's the spirit. I don't know why you are carried away by somebody that has money that he's not the owner. It is a spirit. That's why, do you think God is so wicked to make everything just disappear like that? The only person that it happened to in the Bible, it was a test, and God gave him times more. But you see some persons, yes, Bonnie, yes, can you be under attack? Yes. Maybe you didn't hold on to God. Because me, I cannot be under attack. If I've provoked the devil so much that if he can put me under attack, he would have done it. I'm telling you. Why do you envy? Why? Some of you, these people are your mentors. If I check your phone now, this is your screensaver. Somebody will call himself a chief priest and is your mentor. And this is your mentor. You know the problem with the youth? We are mentored now with everything that glitters. I have one of my finest sons here. Very intelligent. Very intelligent. When you speak about intelligence, very intelligent. Most times if I drop some kind of questions on the group, I know that this one is one of the very 1% that carry the capacity to answer it. One of the things that almost derail him. You are not even sending money home. You are thinking, how will I survive? How will I succeed? Hope I'm not failing. Hope I'm not. There's some age you are. You are supposed to think. You are supposed to eat food. Learn. Don't think too much. Just sleep. Eat food. Learn. You are 21. You are entering depression. They say, why? You say, I don't get money. What will you use the money to do? It's your learning process. You yield your life. This is your intelligence. You yield it to learning. You yield it to learning. At that time, when things can still enter your head, when they can be speaking UI UX and is entering as UI UX. Imagine keeping me somewhere now. You are teaching me UI UX. That's the only thing I know about the course, UI UX. And if you ask me what is UI UX, I'll write it for you. UI UX. Can't you see? Very simple. Or you put me a father of 3 and you say coding. And you write coding 101. I'll just be looking at you. September 15, school go resume. Many of you that are parents here, you can relate. Sometimes you have some kind of money you want to eat. You remember your child's school fees, you go and pay half. Do you know why? Because of what I preach. And I say, don't let your child be the one of the people that will be embarrassed. So you go and pay half. And the woman will say, yes, it's still remaining so, and you're looking at her. But there's a certain age you must get to. If people seem to be doing well, let them buy the car. Let them buy the car. They are not the cousins of God. Let those girls mock you. They are not the sister of Jesus. You shine at your time, I shine at my time. Because most of these people, it is spirit. Ask some of the people that have the money. That's why they don't even know how to keep the money. So dumb. Because it's a spirit. Remove the spirit, the spirit goes with what he brought. Some of you are happy they gave you a soap to bath. And by the time you are bathing the soap, you are saying what? You are bathing the soap. You have collected a certain soap. They use blood, they use this, they use that. You are calling spirits. Don't worry. Most times, that spirit, you know what they do? They don't even bring their own wealth to. They withdraw from your future. And that's why people like us built a gate man's house. Because we know where you went. You are young. Spend your time well. Spend it well. Don't worry, they can drive. If you can give me a ride, give me a ride. If you cannot give me a ride, so be it. That's why the strength of a man is in his youth. Now you are depressed. How old are you? Now you see 19 years depressed. 19 depressed. Why are you depressed? Saying, no money. This oppression is too much. Who is oppressing you? Who they oppress you? At the age of 19, who is oppressing you? When you're supposed to be learning. I told some of my sons, I say, get into this thing, called tech. Get into it. Is it hard? They say no. I say, yeah, sure, get into it. Train your spirit. If you are not sleeping, don't sleep. If they buy glass, buy your own glass. Buy your own glass. Was it not yesterday? I was still saying that I saved Daniel with bricklayer. I still saved him with bricklayer. Because he came here as a bricklayer. And I looked at the young man. How will you be a bricklayer? And the Lord told me, the Lord said, tell him to do this. And I told him, and I forgot to change the name. Yet his status has changed. The guy has changed, but the name is still the same in my hand. You are in your 20s, you are suffocated. You are in your 20s, you are suffocated. You are still young. Don't be carried away. Don't be carried away. Don't be carried away. Let God work on your mind. Listen to positive things. Instead, you will now see those boys that draw tattoo everywhere. They want to be like Lil Wayne. They're sad. They now put big money on a laptop. They're not like you. Those are the people you are looking at and you are getting depressed. These ones that don't have life. These ones that don't have, that what they have is not even theirs.